Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Terry with Terry Realty Group, and I am here today with Haynes Maxwell, one of the longtime members of the Barn Brothers. Welcome, Haynes.
Welcome to the barn.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here. So tell us a little bit about the barn and its mission.
Well, the barn, for your listeners, is on Collins Road, which is, I think, about a mile that way. We'll run into Indian Land School.
Right
around the corner from the Publix and the Hickory Tavern and the Bojangles, and we've got everything here now, right?
Yeah,
QT.
we do.
15 years ago, a handful of men started meeting just for fellowship and to connect. One of the guy that started it, Kevin Kasner, had been given a book called Wild at Heart by one of his best friends. And Wild at Heart is a book about the heart of a man and how God made men, and it's more of many of us that grew up in church, perhaps, I know for me, there was kind of a mental understanding of spiritual things, and then there's the issue of, so what's really going on in my heart? So Kevin and a handful of his friends got together and went through the video series that goes with the book, Wild at Heart.
Okay.
And it was just, frankly, an excuse to connect and develop friendship. So as they began, that small group of men each invited a friend or two. And so what's happened over the last 15 years, we've had a group of men that have met in this barn, 8800 Collins Road, every single Tuesday night.
Wow.
Right now, we're the barnbrothers.org, if folks want to check us out.
Please.
We formed a nonprofit years ago because we pay the owner rent, and people started giving us money, so we thought, hey, we might as well make it a nonprofit thing.
Smart.
So we did that, and we have an opportunity right now to purchase the barn in about a little under 3 acres. So this whole tract of land, Bob's initial tract was about 18 acres, and someone in the last year purchased the house and where the ponds are now.
Nice.
The nonprofit ministry group is in the process of buying the barn.
Well, great ideas create great things, right?
Yeah. It's been a real blessing. And as I said, we've met in fact, we've got Christmas Eve coming up. So this will be one of the few times it's probably, I'm not good at math in the calendar, but 6 or 7 years ago was the last time we didn't meet on a Tuesday night, because it was, if it's Christmas or Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, other than that. We even meet on Valentine's Day, which the married guys,
Wow.
I'm taking my wife out, but some of the guys that are single or not smart
Right.
are here on Valentine's Day. But we meet every Tuesday.
Well, and it's good you're not judging whether they're single or smart in that moment.
That's right. We just trust them, and God will work it out what they're supposed to do.
That's pretty great. I like that. So what makes your organization different from other outreach programs?
I think a distinct part of what we do is, and when you first came over today, I was talking to a fellow at my church, and in many churches, the men's ministry there is geared around events where we'll have a guest speaker come in, we'll have some pancakes, we'll do a beach retreat, what different things, and that's all good. What has uniquely happened here, that's blessed many of us, is it's a place where men can really get real. And most of the guys are on some type of spiritual journey. Most of the guys that would identify themselves as Christians. Any man is welcome regardless, but there's, for many of us in our spiritual world, we for some reason, we don't, maybe it's pride, we don't really want to tell other men, hey, I love God, but my life's a train wreck right now. We don't seem, and in church, that's hard, especially in a service, when you're shaking hands with people during the moment of fellowship, and
Right.
hey, I'm Haynes Maxwell, and my life's a disaster right now, or I'm struggling with alcohol, or I'm mad at my wife, or I'm hooked on pornography, or whatever's going on. It's been very special, and I think somewhat unique with the barn. It's a place where guys can connect, and they can say, hey, whatever's true, just let it out. And there's
So I think that's very insightful, actually, and really good for anybody that's listening or watching this.
Yeah.
Because they're probably maybe thinking, this might be a really good place to come and be able to be in fellowship with other men, and like
Yeah.
you said, and because I'll say this, I think whatever it is that you guys talk about here, I think that there's a rule about that, right? It goes something like, go ahead and tell us, Haynes.
What's said in the barn stays in the barn.
Right.
I've got this vision of Monday Night Man football, where we could show Monday Night Football during the football season on the big screen and just invite men that maybe they don't care. Some men you can invite them 1,000 times to come to church, and they're like, hey, I'm not interested in that.
Right.
But regardless of the spiritual part, we strongly believe that too many men walk alone through life. And when you step back and look at the tough things in our society, suicide, murder, mass shooting, who's in prison, it's mostly men.
Right.
It is in all those categories. And I would say when a man's walking with other brothers, other friends, where they can wrestle with, something's going on. And I think in most of those men in all those situations I described, I would say most of them are living in isolation at some level.
Sure.
And there's many of them don't have a father or another man really connecting in their life and encouraging them and validating them, so they act out in all different crazy ways. So yeah, we're hoping to do a variety of things in the future that would impact the community and encourage people.
I like that, because I was actually going to ask you that question, but you made it so easy. I didn't even have to. So yeah, with your help, we want to get the word out to the community that you guys are, welcoming of men to the organization, to come and check you out and be here on Tuesday nights, and then we'll also post the other events.
Excellent.
That you guys are doing. So thank you very much, Haynes, for this behind the scenes. I feel very privileged to have been invited today to do this. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having us, and
Absolutely.
we hope folks will drive by and check out the barn, and they can email us or call us through our website if they want some more
Very good.
information.
All right. Thank you again.
Thanks.